Hold him. Good boy. Good boy. Sit. 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 Line. Ah! Atta boy. Good dog. Come up here. I got him already. Get up here. Check it off. Sit. Ranger. Boy. Oh. Sit. Sit. Dead out there. Ah. Get up there. Sit down. Sit. Sit down. Sit. All right. Nope. You already got him. Hey. Sit. Good. Great. Boy. Sit. Ranger. Oh. That's good. Good dog. Good drink. Boy. All right. Get up there. Come on. Sit. Sit. How much now? Yeah. Sit. Nope. Sit. Ranger! All I needed, bud. One. All right. Good boy. Take it off. Sit, sit. All right. Good. Well, we got our 6, Ranger. Can't do any better than that, except maybe shoot better and go home early. But we had a great hunt. The Lord blessed us with a good hunt. Here's our duck pond. Beautiful sunrise this morning. Yes, sir. Mr. Ranger. Ranger, what are you doing, bud? All right, let's go. All right. Had a beautiful morning this morning. Had our limit of 6 blue-winged teal pretty quick. Hope to see you soon. Come on, bud. Let's go. All right. All right, sit. Okay, kill him. Man. Kind of warm down here in Louisiana. Ranger, you still hunting, buddy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No bands. Let's see, we got a female, a male, a male, a female, a male, and a male. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 males, 2 females. That's kind of what we've been doing all season. It's about at least 2/3 males. The way you tell is the male has a white speculum right here. I think that's what you call it. And the female has a mottled one, like a hen mallard, just a broken up one. Thanks for watching. Hey, kennel, Ranger, kennel. Good boy. All right, so after the hunt, we like to cook up some of these ducks for the family. And so what we have here is we have 10 teal that have been blue-winged teal that we killed here on the farm. And we're going to pot roast them in that Magnolite pot right there with a little oil, onion, bell pepper, garlic, holy trinity. I'm going to season these things up. I've got all my gizzards right here and my tenderloins that from some other duck breasts that I'm smoking out on the pit. And let's see how this comes out. Again, this is onion and bell pepper that I already pre-chopped with some garlic. I've got some pre-chopped onion and bell pepper right there. And the ratio is usually 2 to 1 on the onion to 1 bell pepper. I usually add some celery. There's a little bit of celery in there, but duck do really well with garlic. So I'm just adding a little bit of onion to my mix that I have already. Again, this is onion and bell pepper that I already pre-chopped with some garlic. Grimaces right there, hearts and gizzards, leftovers, tenderloins, which makes a really good thick gravy and browns down really well. Any seasoning, Cajun seasoning will do, all-purpose seasoning. I'm using Tony's today just because it's got a little bit more salt than most. I'll coat them real good and I'll season the inside also, just a little bit. There we go. Now I like to use garlic powder. Hit them with a little extra garlic powder, which is always a great thing. Got a little olive oil right here. Coat the bottom of the pan in some olive oil just to get it going. And then we're going to have that duck fat is going to render down into my pan. Once those ducks start to brown really good, I heat my pot up. A little seasoning on my hearts and gizzards there. Them get in there good too. That adds to the seasoning of the gravy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these teal breast down and I'm going to put them, arrange them in this pot to where they start to brown and that duck fat starts to render in the heat. We're just kind of setting them all around in there. This pot should be big enough to handle 10 of these little teal. Sometimes there's a little wiggle room in there. Look at that. I got them just in there just right. And I'm going to wait for these. Shut my seasoning fell off and start sprinkling around in there. You can hear that sizzling in there. Sometimes I'll use some tongs. Once they start to brown really good, let's just let them sit in there and fry a little bit. And hopefully we'll have a good mess of ducks. And what I'm going to do with these teal is I'm going to brown them here on the stove, and then I'm going to add my vegetables to them, let them kind of cook down in that duck fat. I may even take them out, put them in a bowl, and then put the vegetables in there and let it render down. And I'm going to add the ducks back, put a little chicken broth with them, some water, make sure my seasoning's correct, and I'm going to finish them in the oven. It's the easiest way to do it. You can brown them down on the stove and you can just let them cook down. Typically what you want to do is you want to have enough water to almost cover the ducks before you put them in the oven. I usually cook them on about a 400-degree oven. You can do 350, but the hotter the oven, the easier it is. It'll start boiling and cook them down. It won't take too long. If you have all day and you just want to cook them in the pot, you can put the water in. Once you brown them down and cook the vegetables down, and you can just let it sit and render and get tender. You want to cook these ducks till not when the meat's falling off the bone, but when they're tender. And you can kind of twist the legs, and the legs are falling, and the skin. It takes a while to cook ducks like this. It's different than cooking them rare. See, there's a good browning on that duck right there. You see that? I'm just going to kind of turn it. What you do is, as you're browning these birds, you kind of do it on a high, and then you add a little bit of water to it. As it browns, as it fries, you're basically just frying it and rendering some of the duck fat into your gravy. And then here's really going good now. And I'll kind of move, some of these ones around in this little pot, getting browner than others. And once again, just frying them down with the color. Let the oil fry some of that duck fat, render some of that duck fat. Okay, you can see I'm browning these ducks down, and I've rendered a lot of this duck fat off of these birds right here. Turn that off. Now, these ducks are nice and brown. I've got a good mess of gravy going right there. It'll fry them down a little bit. Good color to them, like that. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add these giblets. Put them down a little bit. Alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these birds out of here. Now that they've got some color to them and I've got that good duck fat in there, I'm going to set them aside right here on my pan while my giblets are in there. I'm going to go ahead and take my vegetables. Cooking them down a little bit. Boy, this smells good. I'm gonna turn my fire up a little bit. I'll cook those vegetables down. Just render them down just a little bit till they're clear. Don't even have to do that. I just want to add that good flavor. I want to turn my heat up because that heat pulls the flavor out of those vegetables. If you just throw them in there and boil them, you want to almost put a little extra heat to them. Let them cook down in the gravy. You can see they get a really good color. Some giblets in there. You can see the brown came off the pot, off the sides. I scraped the sides of the pot. Okay, I'm preheating my oven, or I am preheating my oven rather, to 450. I don't know, 400. And now I'm going to take my little dark birds that I have sitting here, and I'm going to place them in here. Sometimes I put them breast down. Sometimes I just kind of turn them on their side. But I got them down here amongst the vegetables, kind of like that. Some of them, everything is smelling really good. Man, them ducks are gonna be good when they're cooked down with their little legs sticking up out of there, falling apart. All right, let's see, one more. Can you get him in there? Yep. All right. So, now, if I can get some of that juice off of there. Go right back in there, guys. Okay. Because I'm going to take some chicken broth, because I don't have duck stock. That's going to calm this down quite a bit. So I'm going to add chicken broth to it. You know, get some good fat in there, some chicken juice. Everybody likes chickens, right? There we go, had about half right there. And then got another one over here. There we go. A lot of times I don't use any water, I just put chicken broth in there. Depends on how much liquid I have to start with. That's about half, I had about half of that. Got a little water to it. Turn the fire up. Now, that right there, got a good color to it. What you'll see is I've got almost enough water to cover those birds, and I can turn the little breast down because they're gonna steam in this oven once this oven is good and hot, and they're gonna boil in that gravy, you know. And I like to kind of push them down in there. There you go. And that should do it right there. We're gonna put the lid on that and put it in the oven, and you just kind of cook it slow for about an hour, you know. Use a black iron pot. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place it in here. Finish them in the oven. All right, what we got here? It's been 2 hours. I'm gonna open this up. I'll bet you they're cooked down really, really good. Maybe too good. Oh, yeah, man, they're falling apart. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Look at those birds. Wow. Let's get our... Oh, yeah, super tender. That's what you want right there. You see that? Look at that. Man, I can't even pick them up. They'll probably fall apart. Look at that. Just like that, sitting in that gravy like that with their feet sticking up. That's what I told you. That's where I like them. Coming in with their feet down and their feet sticking up out of the gravy. All right, man, that is awesome. Now, we'll make some sides with that. Plate it up. Be awesome. Right there. Yo. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take these birds out of here a little later, and then I'm gonna bring that gravy to a boil. And then after I do that, I'm gonna scrape the edges of the pot and make my gravy, and then we'll serve it over rice. Okay, we're back. Our ducks are cooked. We have some sweet potatoes right here, some broccoli that we cooked, and our ducks and rice and gravy. We're gonna put them over rice and see how they taste. Oh man, those suckers fell apart. Look at that. Perfect.